Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Let's Talk CAW Shop Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Triple Beat, alongside Odds Cornet and
Yo.
Kyle Young.
Yo, and you know what? Fuck it. Hello.
He's like, "Hello, I'll show myself today." Gotta get Odds to film
actually
stuff
had
at
to
some
do
point.
that.
He'll show his ceiling, and then he'll turn his camera off. Like, here's my ceiling. Bye.
Hey,
Here are my Power Rangers.
Would I ever do that?
I could
Yes,
see
you
you
would.
doing that. I could see you
I
turning
could-
your camera on
Oh,
and
I
it being
could-
on
oh,
a
I could-
Megazord.
Hell, I could think about. I could show my collection at some point, but that's not this type of podcast.
I could see it. I could see it pointed at a Megazord. It's like, greetings, I am Odds Cornet. Oh, you really are a robot.
Fuck you.
Anyway, today we're talking about 2K24. That's why I have the game up right now. We're going to be talking about what we've experienced so far and whatnot. And hey, Logan, welcome to the stream. Thank you for sharing it out. Really appreciate it. So talking about 2K24, different things we've experienced while we're going through the game. Where we
Keep talking. I'm sharing it out.
all right, and where we are right now, with creating arena, sweet. I actually found out some stuff too, Blaze. As you can see, I've made about 5 arenas already. I've been kind of playing around with it. I've noticed a few things while creating. There's a button that you can press that allows you to adjust the stage height or the height of any stage object, which at first when I was doing the arenas, I didn't really like it. And then I realized when I realized it or what it did, I was like, oh, wow. You got Diamond Sky possessed? Wait, is it the female Myrise? What's going on, AJ? How you doing?
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to reveal that storyline.
Too late.
Oh fuck it! I'll be talking about it anyway.
Yep.
I'll be talking about it at this point anyway.
So I remember that I had all my data wiped earlier on during the week, and I am happy to go into Showcase and show you all that it is no longer wiped.
Because the damn motherfucker cheated.
Yes,
Again.
I did. I cheated again. Everything is unlocked. All the arenas are unlocked. All the characters are unlocked.
Kids, never follow Beatles' example. Cheaters never prosper.
Yeah.
Hey, I did it the smart way, not the hard way. Okay. The hard way
that's
is
gonna
all the
work really.
objectives.
That's gonna work really well when kids see this episode and say, "Oh, I could cheat at school because Beetle cheated in the game."
No.
I'm gonna work
You're
smarter, not
over
harder.
exaggerating this. I still need to make it through the Rumble, though.
Or am I telling the truth?
I still need to make it through the Rumble, though. So, there is that. I'm not done with the Rumble yet. If you make him female blazed.
Wait, what?
What is going on here? I'm going to get caught up now. Oh my god. Can we find a way to possess Rex? Hold on. How do I show this? Ah, whoa, dang it. Hold on. There we go. That right there.
Thank you, Joker. Thank you.
Can we find a way to possess Rex?
Thank you, Joker.
What? You agree with odds? Oh no!
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
hope you
Brian.
agree with me.
Thank you, Brian.
So we have the two faces in the chat. We have either Either Beetle was smart or Beetle cheated.
Oh no, there was a Lady-O Rex in 22?
Yes, there was.
Oh no!
Wait a minute, you never knew that?
I'm messing with him. God, I'm trying to have fun here. Oh, dang it, I missed it. Uploaded 200 logos already. All right. I have about 50 in mine right now.
I'm waiting to finish the My Rise before I upload any logos. And by the time I upload logos, I'll be probably uploading more logos than any of you. Talk to Beetle. He knows my logo list.
Hey, Kyle.
Yes.
Kyle. Blaze had a message for you.
F you, Kyle. F Kyle. F you, Blaze.
What? Rex guy? What? How am I a Rex guy?
Hey, Killshot.
What's going on, Killshot? How you doing? Welcome in.
Okay, since we're on Showcase, I think we should kind of start with Showcase. As the topic for things that we like and dislike.
Well, I can tell you the match that I like the most is the Firefly Funhouse.
You like that one just because it was easy.
It was, and it was fun. It was a fun match.
My favorite was WrestleMania 21, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels.
Where's Shawn?
That one was my favorite to do.
This one right here, Kurt versus Shawn.
Yeah, Kurt versus Shawn. That's one of my favorites to do.
And Samurai.
Honestly, I would say probably either the Kurt versus Shawn match, or I'd say probably the Firefly Funhouse match.
Okay. What about you guys in the chat? Has anybody played through the showcase yet? And do you have a favorite match from it?
Positives for the whole thing. They had a wide selection of stuff, wide selection of matches. Some of them were repeats from the previous games and the previous 2K, the previous versions of these that they've done throughout all the years. Some of them from 2K14 before them and stuff. Which is decent, and they've obviously gotten to the final one. I was wondering if they were going to add something after WrestleMania 40, if they were going to add another one for WrestleMania 40, but obviously they did a Rumble instead. At first, I thought it was a gauntlet, and I'm texting Beetle. Beetle, there's a 30-man gauntlet. Good luck.
Oh my god!
And then I realized it's a Rumble, and I'm like, oh, this is a lot more simpler.
I still haven't beaten the Rumble.
I beat it first try, and that may be out of luck.
I think it was. I picked Reigns this time, and I got all the way to like 25, and then I got eliminated, and I was like, no! And I got eliminated. I get eliminated in the stupidest ways when I play this Rumble too. Like I get clotheslined, and I'll go to it real quick. So with this Rumble, when you select it initially, right? When you select it, oh no, we're gonna skip that. I am not. They make you pick a person, and then you go.
You pick a person out of all of the people in this mode. Everybody from WrestleMania that you've seen in this mode. Some that you have not, like Yokozuna, was not in this mode. And stuff like that. There's like Triple H we didn't see, Rey Mysterio we didn't see, but it's just everybody throughout WrestleMania's history and stuff, and they have a wide selection, and obviously everybody that you didn't pick you're fighting and trying to eliminate.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good ending to it, but Now that all the praise is over with, we can get to the horribleness at times.
All right.
My gosh, the directions that they give you can go from simplistic to what the hell, can you give me a map to explain what the hell you're trying to tell me?
Yep.
Because for whatever reason, these people decided instead of saying like it's been with all of these showcases previously, saying Irish whip them to the upper right corner or go to the upper right barricade. Please note the word barricade is never used in this entire showcase. The word barricade is never used. Wrestling terms are never used. So clearly somebody does not know wrestling that made these descriptions. And they're going by north, south, east, and west. And by some of the explanations, you don't know on the outside of the ring where they're telling you to go. Because they're not using barricade. They're not using the barricade by this barricade in the left corner by the announce table. They're saying go to north, east, south corner of the west ring.
Yeah. That was an interesting thing to encounter when going through it, because I was like, do I need a map to know where I'm going? Because like in the old games, it was literally like go to the bottom ringside area and punch your opponent, or go to the top ringside area and punch your opponent. Go to the ringside area nearest the stage and hit a suplex on your opponent, or Irish whip your opponent over towards the or outside of the ring to the announce tables and perform a dive to the outside. You know,
we
something that made sense.
We shouldn't need a compass
to
do a showcase.
Yeah, where it's like,
if you don't know your directions, though, you probably failed in school. You
go east.
But even then,
jump over the ropes.
Yeah, but even then, even if you know your directions, you are going to get confused with the directions that they're giving you.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll wander around ringside wondering where the hell do they want me to go? Oh, they wanted me to go by the barricade. Why didn't they say barricade?
Yeah.
They never said the word barricade.
Nope.
It's just outside of the ring.
So
okay, if you said go near one of the barricades, I would have went near the barricade.
Yep.
I know what a barricade is.
You do?
Clearly, the people that wrote it didn't.
Are you sure?
Also, since we're talking about the extra showcase mode, what was everyone's least favorite match to play?
The one that is currently on screen right now.
Yes.
I think we can all agree on this one, because
this
honestly,
match fucking sucks.
This was the hardest match
ever
in the entire showcase.
Even on easy, it's tricky as hell, because you're trying to basically like work with two separate people who are going to basically work on their own accord.
Exactly. By the way, folks, we are all creators. We are trying to get through this as fast as humanly possible. We are not trying to sit there and absorb the atmosphere. We are playing this on easy, trying to get through this, and this match is a pain in the dick.
Yep.
It sucked. Like, everything else was easy enough. It was like, I was absorbing, like on this one, I'm absorbing the atmosphere a bit, trying to basically watch all the cutscenes as much as I can. At the same time, it just fucking sucks when I'm trying to like play through this entire thing, and then like I don't know, fucking like I'll try to like put, let's say, Charlotte Flair on the top turnbuckle to get the superplex going, but then either she counters or Ronda Rousey decides, yeah, screw that, and punches in the back of the head.
Yeah, they both will attack you. No matter what, they'll stop at nothing to attack you and stop you from doing anything.
Well, last night
what makes this worse is that if you lose the match,
you have to restart.
do the entire thing all over again.
It doesn't even save where you're at, and then you can't go back and just start from that point. At least I believe in 20, they had save points in the matches.
Yeah.
Where if you got to a certain part, it would, if it triggered a cutscene, when it came back from cutscene, that was your new save point. So if you failed whatever you were doing, they would just reload you right where that cutoff was, and it kept going. Here, just like Odd said, it resets the entire match. And this match, by the way, was the hardest match in 2K20's what was it? Showcase. This was the hardest match in the 2K20 showcase, if I remember correctly, because of the same things. It wasn't as they actually made it harder this time around.
Harder here.
Yeah, they did. They added more to it.
Watch Monk's stream. He struggled with the 21 like Beetle struggled with Bump in the Night.
Yeah, he was.
And this is harder. And he was on easy as well. He was not playing on Legend like he did last time.
Right.
So this match on Legend in 2K20 is better to be played than this on easy in this game.
Right. It was easier on Legend in 2K20 than it was on easy in 24. Yeah.
If they ever do a 50 years of WrestleMania or whatever, please, for the love of the Lord, please never bring this match back.
Yes, please.
Never.
Please don't bring that match back.
Never, ever in life. Never bring this match back, ever. We never want to see it again.
Well, we never want to play it again. We never want to play it.
We never want to play it again.
Not see it again.
It was
a good match.
We would love to watch it again. We would love to watch the match again. We don't want to play it. This match is a pain in the dick.
All right. We are moving past that match. The hardest match was Roman versus Brock when Seth cashed in his Money in the Bank at WrestleMania.
Yeah, if you don't. It can be that one can be tough too if you don't realize.
I don't see it.
I'll tell you why. It could be the hardest if you don't realize early that you have to save your stomp for Brock. If you quickly just use your stomp on Roman, you have to waste so much time trying to protect yourself from these two idiots just to get back to that point where you had your finisher. And if they counter, you have to do that as well.
Yeah.
So that one could be a pain in the ass as well.
So, going from Showcase, the other mode that you have to play to unlock is My Rise. Now, I'm only halfway through the women's My Rise right now. I still have the other half.
A lot to do.
And then I have playing the men's My Rise twice, I believe, in order to unlock everything.
Yeah, because it looks like there's two different paths and two different things you can do, and that may unlock two different sets of things.
Blaze,
but I'll have to see when I get there.
Blaze, I can tell you if you want the captain's hat that you were looking at when you were looking at all those character parts.
The female My Rise.
Yep, do the female My Rise. When you'll get to a point where there's a bridging storyline, and I was playing it yesterday and I haven't caught on stream. You get to a point where there's a bridging story where you get to pick between 3 different women in the main story, and I believe it's Rhea Ripley. I forgot who the other one in the ring was.
Alexa Bliss and Liv
Alexa
Morgan.
Bliss. There you go. Yeah.
And it's before that, and it's before you get to that.
Actually,
that
it's
bridge.
when you. It's during
No,
that.
it's before.
During.
No, it's before.
During.
No, it's before.
During.
You get to the bridge, and that's where you get the items. because it's what you wear before you get to that bridge.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had to wear the
Yeah,
captain
I played
stuff
it.
for it. I forgot. I'm sorry. I thought it was during it. My bad. Yeah, but right before you get to the bridging storyline is when you can unlock the captain's gear. So,
And the female Myrise also unlocks one of the best arenas in the game, by far, in my opinion. One of the best arenas in the game.
yeah, there is a different captain's hat in there. I used it on my Myrise character for her entrance. I just never showed her entrance.
Yeah.
With it, so. And that's before they made her the superstar or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, but with the female Myrise character, with the female Myrise story, it was good. You could tell they very much tried to, get out of the box they've been in.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they kind of succeeded. But in other circumstances, they kept within their same mold. The Troy fellow, the Alfie dude. Some of the characters that you'll see in this story are just we'll just stop you and just say, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But then you get to other points in the story where, as what was said, upwards, there's a supernatural story that kind of gives you some old school SmackDown versus Raw 2007 vibes and 2006 vibes with when it gets to the supernatural parts of the story. But it's really up to you if they go overboard or not, or go too far, or don't go far enough, or it'll depend on your point of view on whether or not they succeeded with it.
Okay.
But I think the biggest thing that holds Myrise back so far is the replayability. The male Myrise has something that gives you a reason to possibly go back and get something, get other stuff.
Yeah.
The female Myrise did not do the branching storylines right, and it did not, and there's no reason to go back and redo it.
In a way, I kind of like that about the female Myrise, because it's a direct shot and you can unlock everything in one go, and you don't have to go back and play it to unlock more. Versus the men's, you're gonna have to go back and replay it to unlock more.
But yeah,
and make sure that you do that branching story.
But what I'm saying is, it seems like the male Myrise is shorter, and the female Myrise is longer.
So
it's a difference of worlds.
So would you prefer a shorter female Myrise that had branching storylines, so you could go in and unlock different things?
Here's what I would like these stories to go back to. And here's what is holding the Myrises back. What's holding the Myrises back is their own continuity. The continuity they've tried to create since WWE 2K15. This entire long story, this entire long universe, this universe that they're trying to create does not work. And it is hurting it themselves, because they're trying to stick within this world. What the Myrise and the stories need to go back to is being able to select from a created wrestler, or select a wrestler in the game itself, and be able to go through it, unlock stuff, and go through it multiple times, because you want to see, hey, what if I play this as the champion? What stories do I get there?
The only
it needs to go back to doing stories that are more anthology based, that are one-off stories within its own world, but you have one major long story that lasts the entire year of the story, the year of the universe, that can grip you like a Who Ran Over Teddy Long story from 06. It needs to go back to stuff like that. It needs to go back to getting away from this one continuity, because this one continuity is hurting their own story.
Well, the only thing that I would want different in that type of a scenario, like if they were to do something like that, is have it set so when you play it through that first time, as you're, going through and completing the challenges, whether you're a face or a heel or whatever, have the unlocks happen in chronological order of you completing that storyline, and have those be the same unlocks that you would get if you ever played it a second time. So that way you don't have to play it 2 times if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to have to go in and play it 2 or 3 times just to unlock all the attire parts. Have it set so once I finish a certain pay-per-view, you're guaranteed to get these attire parts once you complete that storyline for that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Do an entire year's worth of story, but have it set so your unlocks are at each pay-per-view, and it doesn't matter whether it's the face or the heel storyline, you get the unlocks regardless. So you don't have to go back and play it 5 times with 5 different story arcs, even though there's 1,000
if you don't want
possibilities.
to. If you don't want to.
Exactly. If you don't want to. I would rather the second, third, fourth, fifth, etc., the longer or the revisited playthroughs, I'd rather those be optional and not be you have to play it 5 times to unlock everything in the game.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to take away from my creating time.
Exactly.
You know?
I'm not saying the My Rises are bad. I finished the female My Rise. It's probably one of my
funniest. We are creators, yeah, it would.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Samurai.
I was saying,
Samurai.
like with us as creators, a lot of us do like make a bunch of CAWs. What's up?
No, I was gonna say
I was
you're
trying to
up.
say something, but then you guys keep cutting me off.
Well,
Okay, yeah.
Continue.
Beetle, stop cutting them off.
Us as creators, we do. I swear to God, I'm gonna punch this man in the face if I ever meet him in real life.
Speak.
But as us as creators, we do want to at least be able to get right to create what we want. But like you guys are saying, yeah, if we have to keep playing through this like multiple times over, and it's like a good few hours of our time. Yeah, I don't necessarily feel like having to basically like play through like the same storyline twice. Yes, one branching path, just so I can get my hands on like this, like what Dark Horse suit or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I want to be able to play the game I want to play, damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
again, we're not saying that the My Rise is bad. I finished the female My Rise. It's probably one of my favorite My Rises since the first female My Rise in 2K22. It's fun, but it has that same feel of it's missing something. But there's a lot more passion here that I felt than I felt in the first female My Rise.
I hate to tell you this. Technically, the first female My Rise was in 2K20.
I am blocking 2K20 out of my memory. I am blocking 2K20 out of my memory forever. I do not want to ever go back to 2K20. If you want to see 2K20, watch our co-streams.
That one.
Yeah, watch our co-streams of 2K20.
I don't even think I streamed that. I know I played it at one point because I remember exactly where I was when I was playing it. The problem was, it was so I just did not like it, so I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm not even gonna stream this." After a certain point, I just started playing it on my own. I had more fun that way.
Let's see. Blaze is asking a question. Correct him if he's wrong. He only saw 10 gear pieces to unlock, and it looks like jeans and a dress, shirt, and clothing thing, and the captain hat. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The clothing's not that great for the unlocks.
That is about it. You get more interesting gear from the Supernatural storyline, but unless you're making CAWs like Sweet does, I don't know how much of them you are going to use. But the main things in the female Myrise that you're gonna want is the entrances that they give you. All of the branching 3 plot lines give you interesting entrances, and they also unlock actual comebacks that I have not tested. I have not seen tested. One I know would be banned from my show, but if your show is more Supernatural, it may not be banned for you. It honestly would depend on what show you are, on whether or not you would want to, or if somebody's really interested in that entrance, if you would want to waste your time going through the whole story just for that one item.
Yeah. That makes sense. The only Supernatural gear thing I saw locked some sort of cloth overhead thing, and I definitely need WrestleMania arenas. Oh, I definitely don't need WrestleMania arenas.
Yeah,
they unlock
entrances.
They unlock 3 entrances. There are 3 entrances. There's one for the real one that is a quote brutality like entrance where one of the cutscenes is that she grabs the camera from one of the camera guys and throws him down, and the camera guy goes backwards, and he falls down, and it's something like that. The Supernatural one is where she's floating down. She's floating down from on high, like she's Scarlet Witch, and it's a magic type thing. Beetle has shown the more Hollywood unlocked entrance where it's like a Hollywood screen door, and
the Hollywood one is badass.
Yeah, it's the clear, it's the scene marker of the guy, and then the guy runs off, and the girl's waving to the crowd like she's queen, like she's the Queen of England.
Yeah, that the Hollywood one is cool. I haven't seen the Supernatural ones yet, so I'm not going to judge them until I see them.
One Supernatural one. There's one Supernatural one, and there's 2 that are more. One's more conceited for like Hollywood. The other one is more like if you're a big badass heel type of thing. If you wanted the scene where they grab the cameraman, if you wanted that for a creating entrance. But that's
I know someone who has that really already. So
yeah, that's really about it. That's all really you get out of the female Myrise. If that's fine, and you're just gonna say, okay, guys, these 3 entrances and these three comebacks are banned.
Yeah,
because they're in the showcase and because they're in the Myrise. That's perfectly fine. I don't know if anyone's going to sit there and say, "Oh, well, that hurts my character" or whatever. I don't know if anyone's going to be that mad over that.
Right.
I know, because at first, so you could just get a second copy of your call and just like change the entrance or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or even with the payback, you can just change it and then change it right back.
Exactly.
That's what I used to do for some shows. And also, I don't even know what some of them do. I know there's one called Paparazzi. I don't even know what the hell it does. I think it just, when they hit their finisher, you get a bunch of flashing lights. I really don't know. I haven't looked at it yet.
I think that's natural.
All right. Let's actually look. Let's try and find out what it is.
Well, there's probably a video on it. There's probably some fucking video on it at somewhere.
I know, but we can look it up at least.
I'm not even gonna have Danny float to the ring, Blaze.
I don't know if you got it
I was
yet,
like,
bro.
Blaze, you don't have to worry. Danny's not gonna float to the ring. He's already got his Kurt Angle stuff.
Just
Bro,
gonna show that.
I don't know if you got them. You have to beat all of the stories in the female My Rise in order to get all three of them or two of them or whatever.
I know. Wait. Dismiss.
I'll say, Blaze, I'm not gonna float to the ring with Danny. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know a buddy of mine that's gonna probably be like testing this game to heaven and back. I'm like, okay.
I haven't even tested AI versus AI sliders yet. I'm still looking at.
I haven't tested any either.
I'm still looking just at pure stats and default sliders. So, and yeah, so far the sliders don't seem too bad. I've been getting good matches just with default right now. Now, I don't know what that looks like with
it kind of seems like with default. It kind of seems like with default that we may have to slightly do slight changes to the sliders, but who knows? We'll have to see.
It's one of those that depends on the person's show too. If you're happy with default, then leave it at default. If you want to change it, change it. But what I'm trying to do is see what this.
Yeah, they would do that way too much.
Let's see.
Managers constantly
do it. That's
do
the one
it.
thing that I hate about that. It's like they take up the turnbuckle way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, once the referee puts it back on, it's just like, oops, we'll take it off.
I wish managers would stop taking the damn turnbuckle off so much. Oh, I know they do it all the time. Freaking Paul Heyman in the story mode too. Even when he's in your corner and when you're in control, he'll jump on the pad and pull the turnbuckle off. It happened a few times to me last night when I was running through a showcase. I'd try and go for the pin, and the referee would be busy putting the turnbuckle pad back on and be like, God damn it. All right, so paparazzi, what it does is it distract the opponent with a mob of photographers.
That sounds like people pop up out of fucking nowhere.
That would be amazing.
Not if your show's fucking realistic.
That's true. Iron Jaw is an interesting one that they've added.
It would work if you have a rich character that can basically pay a fucking mob of people to start taking pictures.
Yeah, the freeze one is not what I thought it was. You literally in moveset can choose what you get.
What? 5 times? 5 times? Damn.
Okay, can I finish my? I know you're hyped about 5 times, but
I was reacting. I'm sorry. 5 times. Five times. Keep going.
The freezing payback. It's not what we were thinking. It's not supernatural at all. You actually go into movesets and you can pick what type of way they stop. It's just a taunt. It's a taunt, and it's a way to stop your opponent.
Yeah.
It's nothing like Mr. Freeze where it's like freeze well, bird boy. No, it's something simple.
Yeah. Let's see. These are all just for AI tendencies.
And yes, I do. And yes, I do agree, Blaze. They really need to add a manager slider.
The other thing that doesn't work right now is, and I've had it on. Let me find it. The stage camera. I'm trying to find it. It might be in gameplay.
When it comes to the manager, when it comes to manager sliders or sliders for managers, I think it would be cool if you set somebody as a manager, set a wrestler, set a CAW or set somebody like a manager, just like a normal wrestler slide, just like the normal wrestler tendency sliders. You could have a manager tendency slider. Just like what they would do in the ring, you can control what they do outside of the ring. As the manager, when your manager is out there, you can control what the manager does.
Yeah.
Like the tendency sliders, you could have like a manager slider. When you say this person is the manager, that would be far better and would simplify the managers. So you can pretty much say, okay, you're not going to remove the turnbuckle pad every fucking 3 seconds.
That would be amazing. Because like the last few games, the issue that we had was the managers wouldn't get involved at all. And now they're getting too involved.
And one thing that would really help is if they add for managers the ability to put someone's leg on the rope. Or throw or not throw a chair in the ring, but throw, let's say, brass knuckles into the ring. Or throw something in the ring that they can hit the guy with as they're distracting the opponent.
That would be cool. Like have them, instead of throwing the chair in the ring, have your character distract the referee, and have the manager call over the other character and throw a chair in his face.
Yeah, but the thing is about the special guest referee, Blaze, for those that weren't around back then when special guest referee was around back in the old games, the special guest referee didn't do anything back then either. The referee back then just played by the rules. They never cheated at all, ever. You had to do the cheating if you wanted someone to cheat in a special guest referee match. You pretty much had to do it. That's been like that since since special guest referee has been a thing.
Yeah,
that's been a thing. It's probably lazy to just program the special guest referee AI as a normal AI ref, but it is what it is. There we are.
I want to see you control a special guest referee. I want to see Blaze controlling the special guest referee as Blaze McCoy in the game. I think it'd be fun. In the middle of the match. No! Wrong button! I meant to call the pin. Dang it!
No, I didn't call a break. I meant to call the guy check the pin.
Yeah.
Or the quote unquote accidental, like he clicks a freaking screw job when someone's getting put in a submission. He's like, oh no, I meant to actually just check the submission. No.
Call the match. It's like, it's good.
I love that you can call a rope break at any, no matter where the person is in the ring.
Yeah.
So you could it could be center of the ring. There is no rope in sight. Rope break. What the fuck?
Uh-huh. That is hilarious.
We'll go in here. So
I have not checked this one, so this one is all on you.
I have been playing.
This is all on you, bro. I have not touched this.
All right, I'll take it from here. I've been playing with these custom arenas lately, and Blaze, do you notice anything about that wall? Anything not on the wall right there that you can't see from this arena? I found a little trick. It doesn't work in every scenario, because sometimes you do get that background where you do see the WWE logo. But in this instance, this arena has no WWE logos on the back walls.
Ooh.
And here's how I did it. I went to lighting and visual condition. And let me actually
Tell us how you choose this magic, dear wizard.
Yeah, let me show you this little trick I figured out last night. While Monk was streaming, I was sitting in here playing with this. So you can kind of see it, but not really, right? It's like it doesn't really show up. Watch this.
I see.
So I see it too. Barely though. To the untrained eye, they wouldn't notice it during that.
I see it though.
So
Yeah, I am the untrained eye. I'm just saying this right now. I am the untrained eye.
To Kyle wouldn't see it.
It's right there. I see it.
If I lower the contrast, it shows up. If you increase the fog, it really
I see it
shows
now.
up. Now you can really see it. If you lower the fog and you increase the contrast.
But I saw it before though.
Shut up.
He finally saw what I was doing.
Yeah, I did. But I saw it before though. It was there.
It's still right there.
It's not there anymore.
Yes, folks, I'm just fucking with Beetle.
Yep, he's just messing with me. He does this all the time. So that is how I was able to get that to happen. But I made a couple arenas like that. So I'll just show them off right now real quick. The other issue that I ran into, or I did run into an issue when I was doing this. And that is when you go to ringside, these barricades, if you go to try and change their color, you only get the option to apply images. Yep. And they don't even apply. They don't apply very well. You can't tile them like you could in previous years. There's no option for patterns. And it's like that for all three barricade types. So I have left mine just generic. The fences are the same as every year. You have your fence options. I prefer these ones. And then for the floor mat, you have your options of normal, classic, modern, and raw.
They should honestly give you an option of none.
That would be cool. Now the ringside layout. This is the really cool part. You can say you want the timekeeper layout, and what they'll do is they'll set it up, and you'll have a timekeeper section on the bottom. You could do the layout that gives you the announce table, or you could switch and you can do the one that I'm using, which is a square layout, where there's no announce table. And then I did the same thing with this one with the lighting that I did in the other one, where I upped it to 20 on the contrast, and you can't see the WWE logo.
WWE.
Shut up. Now there are certain stage pieces though that have light that transcends across the arena that do show that logo on the back here.
That transcends space, time.
Yeah, they do. They transcend space and time and go all the way to the back and take you out of your fantasy of having your own show that's not a WWE show.
if anyone has seen with my show, I don't really give a shit if they see a WWE logo. Everyone knows what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So I did this one in the MXT arena because it lights up the back
NXT,
like that.
NXT.
That stage is one of those transcending ones that sends the light all the way to the other side of the arena. So to get the stage design I wanted, I swapped the arenas around. But I like it because it also gives it a different feel and a different look than the other two. And then the only other two arenas that I have played around with so far are this one, which is the theater. Like the ECW arena. This will be the first pay-per-view I do. Iron Mountain.
The Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yep.
The complete freaking dump that it is.
And then this one, I'm using the outdoor arena for it. So
Honestly, if outdoor arenas look anything like the WrestleMania arenas this year, outdoor arenas are going to look phenomenal.
yep. Especially if you can get it to do daytime.
Yeah,
I haven't tested that yet.
Because my heavens, the showcase. If you see some of the screenshots of some of those outdoor arenas with the wrestlers in the ring, it looks like it's real life. It looks like a picture of the real match.
Yep. I mean, we could check and see if that's the case. If they let me even choose night or day.
I don't think I think you only choose it for like the certain arenas, unfortunately.
Well, let's see. It's this one right here. So, yeah, there's no option for night or day. Damn.
Thanks, 2K, for taking that away.
Hold on. Let me see.
Thanks, 2K, for taking that away. We appreciate it.
Yeah. They did tease us with this like 2K18 looking menu system, but 18 was one of my favorite games in the series. Anywho, back out.
My favorite so far for the 2K at least for the 2K made games, it was 19. 24 may top that, but we'll see.
And the mode that I don't know much about right now because I haven't really had the chance to dive into it.
Neither have I.
It's going to be this is going to be the next mode that I go into when I finally finish the My Rise stuff and do all the unlocking. And that's going to be Universe mode. My plan for Universe is to do a 40 years of WrestleMania Universe. So I'll probably, after I upload all my championship belts, go on CC and download a bunch of WrestleMania arenas. Or I'll just use all the in-game ones, which might be better for me, just use the in-game ones. But my plan is to do a 40 years of WrestleMania Universe mode and have it end at WrestleMania 40 at the end of the calendar year, essentially.
Which, by the way, we are getting a WrestleMania 40 arena. That will come out eventually.
Yep. And that's why I said I'll have it in there. So the goal will be to have it end at WrestleMania 40 at the end of the calendar year in-game. And
now, one of the other things we can talk about is GM mode.
Yep.
But very briefly,
we were testing out last night. Mr. Almost breaks the bank.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about.
But we're not going to touch the GM stuff. We'll get back to that when we actually do it. But what we can briefly go over the GM mode, because if you played the GM mode from 2K22, if you played the GM mode from 2K23, you played the GM mode. It's the same damn thing. It's not. There is some changes. There's some quality of life changes, but when it comes to somebody like me and Beetle that played the older GM modes, Beetle obviously more than me, that played the older GM modes from SCR 06, 07, 08. For those that have done those ones and have never seen the plethora of options you had, then this is exactly what I said it was when they first brought it back. It's very streamlined, and it's very fun streamlined, but that's all it is. It's a streamlined one for casuals.
Well,
for those that would love to go deeper than that would love to get back their $10 million option, that would love to be able to pay somebody $1 million for an entire year, for somebody that would love to be more in-depth as a general manager or an owner or whatever, act like a booker, for somebody that would love to do more than that, you're not going to find it here. You're not going to find it in this GM.
Well, these are great for like pick up and play with your friends kind of scenarios.
Yeah.
This is great for that. Now, if I were doing my own where I was playing against, say, the AI, and it was me versus the AI, and I'm setting up my show and I'm booking it and I'm doing all of it, and I'm sitting here doing everything, where I'm spending an hour per show setting it up, getting it ready, making sure that all my contracts are in line, making sure that I'm covering all my show costs, making sure that everything is good, right?
Yeah.
If I'm doing that, then yeah, the old GM mode would be the way to go. But for the sake of a game with your friends, like the way that we're doing it, where all three of us have characters, and we're all playing it and competing with each other, I prefer this method, because the old method, it would take us a year to complete the entire mode.
Well, yeah,
Because we'd literally be doing 3-hour streams where it was me sitting here for an hour setting mine up, you sitting here for an hour setting yours up, and Samurai sitting here for an hour setting his up.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, this is fine. This is fine for the casual player, for people like us that are just three folk wanting to have fun. It's fine. That's fine. What I am saying is that they should add to GM mode. They need to have that option for those people that want to dig deeper.
Yeah.
Add more of those options from the past, like you could do a love triangle or do this certain scene, or send somebody out to do
the rivalry system.
Yes, send somebody out to do autograph signings.
My favorite from the old ones was invading the other brand, because if you time it right, it pays off for you. If you time it wrong, it pays off for the other show.
Exactly.
So
you could have
a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, there were so many options like that.
And then
all I'm saying is, if you wanted to go deeper with the GM mode,
yeah,
you could have those options for that type of, I don't even know what you would call it.
I would call it simulation mode, where it was
a simulation.
I would call it simulation mode, and the reason that I would do that is if I were to have a mode like that where you had all that extra control and you had to worry about a budget, you had to worry about popularity, you had to worry about people's feelings, you had to worry about, the cost of parking, the cost of tickets to get people in the door. You're looking at like an actual general manager running an entire show, right? So if you had to look at it from all those aspects, I would call it simulation mode because you're in the shoes of a general manager who is running their own federation in a way, right?
And you would have, and you would have for that mode, like the old games, you would have $10 million to spend, and that's your budget.
Yeah, but
so pick your roster well, and pick your roster correctly.
Yes, you have to make sure you're making the right choices. You're picking a balanced roster. Kyle did exactly that.
I tried to do that.
Huh?
I tried.
I learned.
You learned. Kyle did exactly that, and that's why he's number one right now in the GM mode.
And I'm perfectly fine where I'm at because slow and steady wins the race.
I'm pretty sure you're about to take second place like the next time we do this because
possible.
Damn.
Because Beetle's not gonna have the money to do anything.
Beetle's not gonna have enough money to blow his nose, let alone do jack shit.
I'm probably gonna have to fold my brand at some point within the next few games. It's gonna come down to odds. This is gonna end up being odds versus samurai, and I think the next time that we do one of these, what I want to do is I want to.
You better put up your dukes there, samurai.
What I want to do though, the next time that we do another GM mode, I would rather be the host. Since I'm controlling everything, I'd rather just be the host and be helping whoever's playing. So if we can get another player or two in here for it, I will host it and I'll pick everything for you guys. I'll walk through all the stuff that you want to walk through, and then we'll go week to week and see who wins. I would rather be that host person in this type of a scenario. Because for me, playing and controlling at the same time is a little rough because I don't have the time to plan ahead and write down all my character stuff.
I ain't writing down anything. What are you talking about?
We can just sit here and just focus on our rosters pretty much. That's all we got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather be the host so that way everybody playing can sit there and focus on their rosters. And while at the same time, I'm the one guiding everybody through going, okay, so-and-so, it's your turn now.
I wing everything. What are you talking about?
I know. And what I would probably honestly do, if we're using StreamYards, is whoever I was talking to, everybody else would be in the waiting room. So when it's your turn to book your show, everyone else is in the waiting room except for me and that person, and we're going through and setting everything up. But you guys can still see and still hear everything that's going on, so you could be sitting there taking notes going, oh, they're going to try and screw me over next week. And then you get back on and you're like, I saw what they did. I'm going to do this instead. Ha ha. Some silly stuff. But I think
like I did to you for this next coming week.
Yes. Like you did to me. But it would literally be you're in the waiting room and the other person is here on screen with me with the overlays picking their people. And then we just swap out, when they're done and it's your turn, I click on you. Hey, welcome back. It's your turn. And then when we get to the shows where we actually sim everything, everybody's on the screen. Which will be a lot of fun because then everybody's going to be like, you screwed me over this week, you bastard. And I'll be sitting here going, oh.
Which, by the way, if you haven't noticed yet that we haven't been talking about a lot of creation stuff, we haven't touched it yet.
Yeah, that's why we haven't gotten into it yet. Creation is
first we were waiting on the patch. Now we're just waiting to finish up the MyRai stuff and everything like that to get into creations and to start with what we're doing, because that's normally what we do. We go through Showcase and then go through MyRai, and then once that's done, we get to the creation options and stuff.
So I do Showcase. Then while I'm doing MyRai, I'll get like halfway through it and then I'll take a break and I'll do what I did with the arenas where I go in and I make a few things and then I'll hop back in the My Rise and I'll play it for a little bit longer and then I take a break and I go back and I make a few more things and then I go back to the My Rise, play it. I do this about like every halfway point. Whenever I feel like I'm at the halfway point is when I take my break and I create, because for me creating is relaxing and it helps. It's cathartic for me.
I'm completely different.
So,
I'm a workhorse. So because I played these games for so long before I started doing CAW wrestling slash digital wrestling, because I did that for so long, and because of how long I had, there would be times that throughout just an entire weekend, I was just going through story mode, and just never stopping. So I'm that person that's just going to sit there, try to do as much as I can throughout the day, and then once the day is over with, say, okay, it looks like I have X amount left. I can do the rest tomorrow.
yeah. Well,
I'm that type of person.
the thing is, I have a full-time job that's mentally taxing.
So do
I know. But
I think all three of us do.
yeah. When I get home, though, when I get home from work, sometimes it's easier for me to just... Yeah. When I get home, it's easier for me to sit down.
I don't have a job.
What was that, Samurai?
It's all good.
I say I'm unemployed. I don't have a job, so.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
So I have all the free time in the world. Although my parents are, well, yes, asking me to get a job.
I mean, it's part of growing up, you know.
Yeah, it's part of growing up.
I remember when
I
had to get mine. So
Mm-hmm.
I got my first job when I was 13, working at my dad's shop for 2 weeks. And then when I was second I turned 18, I ended up getting a job at a local grocery store down the street from where I was going to high school. So I was in high school and working, and then I worked all the way through college. I've had a job ever since. I mean, pretty much I want to say it was a month after I turned 18. From then until now, I've always had a job. I've always had some sort of work that I've had to do. So
yeah,
it's become normal.
Yeah.
But when I get home, like this week when I get home, I'll be jumping in and playing My Rise and probably streaming it, because I plan on streaming the entire My Rise and streaming it vertically, by the way. I was half tempted to do this show. I was half tempted to do this on that vertical option that they have and test it out.
Please.
For StreamYard's vertical, because they have a vertical StreamYards. So I was tempted to test it out, but
I say please don't, because I would love to get this podcast on Spotify at some point.
Okay.
And it's if this podcast ever gets big enough that we could actually put our application in for Spotify for things like Spotify and stuff like that, I would love to attempt that. So you have a physical looking version like right now, like here, and then if you're on the go, you could do a Spotify version, or you could do a whatever your podcast, wherever you find your podcasts on the go. You could have that in your back pocket. Ooh, there's a new episode of Let's Talk CAW Shop Podcast. Boom, let's listen to it.
Okay.
I would love to. That is something that I'm thinking of for the future. Not something that's right away, but something that if this
Like a
podcast,
year or two down the line.
yeah, a year or two down the line, if this podcast blows up, I think that would be, or if we get a bigger audience, a bigger audience from now, I think that would be a real cool option.
That's why I wanted to do it vertical at certain points. Because vertical, it's the same thing. It's just flipped, it's just flipped vertically instead of horizontally. So we could still have a similar overlay to this, and still have the game on, obviously on silent, and have an overlay where we're sitting here talking about it. We could still do it that way. That's why I was saying, like, I want to try it at least once at some point.
It could be a good try. Could be a
Not
good try once.
Not in a hurry to do it right away. But I've been growing my YouTube channel by streaming vertically. Like yesterday's stream, I got like 5 subscribers out of it. 5 new subscribers, which, by the way, if you guys are tuning in right now, thank you so much for subbing to the channel. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I think I've gained about 25 subscribers since the game launched. But I've been streaming in the morning, and then I stream when I get home. I'm going to simplify that and only stream when I get home, so I have a little bit more time and I can sleep in the morning and actually be prepared for work the next day. So
what a novel concept.
Yeah, what a novel concept. But I will be streaming at night when I get home from work, probably for the next week or two, especially while doing the My Rise and testing out Universe and creating.
Mm-hmm.
Creating is something that's coming up for me, probably not in this week, but next week. I imagine I'm going to start working on my characters next week. I'm hoping I can get through the arenas.
Hopefully same, but we'll see.
I'm hoping I can get through the arenas and the championships this week or next weekend, and then I can just start working on characters. But right now, my main focus is going to be the My Rise and trying to get everything unlocked for it. And for me, I want to have it unlocked in case I have friends who are going to send characters that have the unlocked parts, because I have friends who will sit and play My Rise and then make their characters and add all the My Rise parts to them. It's like, damn it.
Mm-hmm. But with that being said, with 2K24, it's so far from what we played, at least for me, so far it's pretty good. It has all the things that we have played so far have had their faults. It's not like that wasn't going to be the case. I don't know if anyone was ever expecting perfection.
Not me.
But for something that is 2K14's 10th anniversary,
I was never expecting perfection. I was just expecting to basically have something fun.
Yeah.
I feel they hit this one out of the park compared to the last few. So,
well, yeah, that's not saying much.
But it's saying more than normal.
It's not saying much, but it's saying more than you think.
I feel that for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, so from 15 onwards, I feel like this so far has been the best game in the series.
Even better than 19?
Gameplay wise, it's on par with it. Graphically, it's better. The only thing that I miss is the body morphing, but that is a whole other topic and a whole other discussion that can
that's a completely different subject.
That is a different stream altogether. But I would say gameplay wise, it's on par, if not better than 19. That's my personal opinion.
That's
I've been watching
Okay.
matches. I've been watching a lot of matches, and the AI in this game reminds me of some of the AI that we used to have in those older games, where I don't know if anybody would do simulation matches
I would.
in the old games.
I would.
This AI kind of reminds me of like '08 and '07, which
I don't know about
oh,
08. 08's AI was pretty stupid.
yeah, good point. It was '09 that had
Yeah, 09 is what you're
was it
talking about.
'09? Yeah,
09 had phenomenal AI where if you were fighting the Undertaker, it really felt like you were fighting the Undertaker.
that's how this game feels. If you're playing as, and I played a few matches outside of Universe, and I didn't stream them, but I was playing a few matches outside of Universe, and I bumped the difficulty up a little bit, and even just to normal. If you're playing a match against The Undertaker, it feels like you're having a match with Taker. It really does. He responds that way when you're having a match with him. When you watch two characters fight, if you put The Undertaker against an NXT talent, he'll beat him in 5 minutes. If you put Taker against The Rock, they'll fight for 15, sometimes 20 minutes before one of them wins. So I have to give them credit that when characters are fighting, when they're fighting someone of their own caliber, the matches go a lot longer. And when you have someone who is much higher up on the card, and this is what I have been waiting for games, and I'm finally seeing it, and I'm excited. I really am. This is gonna make this season that much more better. When you have someone who's a main eventer and they're fighting a mid card talent, they'll put on a 10-minute match, and 9 times out of 10 the main eventer will win. But when the mid carder does win, they'll fight for 15 to 20 minutes because the mid carder has to try that much harder to get the win. And
Yeah.
you're watching it, you're rooting for that mid card guy, going, "Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. You're getting so close."
Mm-hmm.
And then when they finally get the win, you're just like, "Yes!" So I have to say that I've experienced that with the AI this year, where, and I have to say the probably the hardest character to beat in the game is what Q noted as Robot Chicken Cody Rhodes. He is the hardest character in the game. Like, one, he's plastic, so his head's pretty damn hard. But he is literally the hardest character to beat in the game. And he's
plastic.
undefeated in casket matches over there. So he's doing test matches the other night.
Not if you put him up against plastic John Cena,
which I can't get because my game has Jude me on it.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know. My game let me download him once, and then that's when the freaking wipe happened, and now my faction is like, "You already have this card." It's like, "No, I don't. He's not on my roster anymore." But anyway.
Yes, you do. Look harder, idiot.
I do? Oh, never mind. You were being sarcastic. Samurai. Shut up. Samurai, what is your opinion?
Yes.
Your opinion so far of 2K24?
Honestly, it's a fun game. It's a fun little distraction. So it's like, if I do want to set up my calls and stuff like here, I can do that. I really do love how the calls actually are coming out this year right now. At the same time, though, yeah, there could be some improvements. Like, for example, I have like my few gripes with Showcase, but mostly how they selected some stuff. But otherwise, it's not bad. Actually, not even that bad. I think it's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you think that we'll see SCD in 2K24?
So
Or
sorry. What's up?
do you think with that we will see SCD in 2K24 at some point?
Okay, not immediately. Yes, at some point. I'm not saying right away because I do want to use 23 for a little while because that's where most of my roster is. But otherwise, at some point, yes. If people do want SCD to move over.
Hey, Gav.
Still hate that they changed the Creed and Arena
Gav,
control.
how you doing?
I actually don't mind them, but that's just a personal preference.
I have no opinion on that because I haven't touched it.
I'll probably do an entire stream on Creed and Arena and what I've found when I was going through it. So,
I haven't touched it, so I have no opinion.
Yeah, I'll be once I finish the mine.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Ha! Once I finish the mine rise, I'll go through it.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
All right, Odds.
Yeah, so I don't get fined.
It is your turn. Oh wait, Kyle, were you done? Sorry. Kyle.
Yes, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, I heard you.
CPW will.
I heard you the first time, man. Chill.
Will you guys stop interrupting Kyle?
All right, Odds. All right, Cartman. It's your turn. What is your opinion of 2K24 so far?
I already gave my opinion on 2K24.
Oh, that's right, you did. Damn it.
CPW will come back, and it's obviously coming back to this game, obviously. For anybody wondering if this game sucks, would that mean me going back to 2K22? Hell no. I will never go back to 2K22 ever in life. I'd rather go back to 2K19 than go back to 2K22. That game was a nightmare for my show. That was a nightmare. But when it comes to creations, there's a reason I don't do creation streams. Because when I'm doing creations, my phone is occupied playing the soundtrack from SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 and 2007. It is so I can get the old school feel of going through creation and doing my thing, getting myself in the zone. Or playing songs that match that character. I am not going to be streaming and driving people nuts that I'm playing sometimes playing the same damn song over and over again. Just like I did constantly to Beetle without him realizing it. There's that one moment that happened.
Fun little story, and I'll be quick on this one.
I know exactly which moment you're talking about.
Yep. Odds was making a special attire for the American Phoenix right after he had turned heel. And we were both sitting in a party, and he's sitting there making the attire. And I kid you not, the theme that he used for Phoenix's entrance.
I've used it on the show.
Yes, and he's used it on the show. This is from 2K19, so it's probably like 3 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
He had this theme playing on repeat the entire time he was creating the attire for Phoenix. Yep. So he's sitting there creating the attire, acting like nothing's wrong, talking to me the entire time. I'm sitting there going, is he going to listen to a different song? because this is starting to drive me insane.
He did not realize, and he never realized, and I never told him what my style is of creating stuff. And I was just blissfully unaware that this was driving him slowly mad.
And I finally spoke up and said, "How long are you going to play that song?" And
that was not your words. That was not your words. Your exact comment was, "Are you ever going to play a damn different song?"
Yeah, something along those lines. It was not the most pleasant of comments, that's for sure. I was like, "Are you finally gonna change that song?"
And I just started laughing, and I'm just like, "Oops, I forgot to tell you that's how I get in the zone. Sorry."
And I was like, "You need to hurry up and finish creating him. That song is driving me insane."
It's on damn repeat.
Yeah,
he never realized it.
No,
so I'm like, "Oops, sorry. I never told you that's sometimes what I do." He's over there like, "You should have warned me."
Yeah, like, warn me next time. So we get now about a year and a half later.
Let me add this to the story. What was the song again that you used for him? Was it
Ruler of the Universe?
Yes. Fucking hell.
It was Ruler of the Universe.
Yeah, that one.
It was the one that I used as a parody song to Delvin's theme.
Yep. He used it as a parody.
The Prince of the Universe.
Delvin and Phoenix were in that big feud at that point. They were just finishing. We thought they were finishing the feud. Like, to us,
little did we know.
That was going to be the end of their feud, and they were going to move on to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they did for about a year.
They kept fighting for about another year, yeah. Because right when we ended it was right when it started up somewhere else. We're like, yeah, we're going to end the feud.
Please!
Like, oh, yeah, we're going to end the feud. And then all of a sudden, hey, guys, I'm going to run the feud. It's like, uh-oh.
Now it's a running joke, honestly.
Yeah.
Now it's a running joke that we call it the never-ending storyline. What are you going to say, Kyle?
Phoenix and Delvin do this dance forever.
They do.
Will. I am convinced now.
Never stop the dance.
Yeah, I am convinced now that until one of them retires, they will be doing this dance for the rest of existence.
I have it in my head that when whoever retires first, their final match is going to be against the other.
Exactly.
So if Delvin were to retire this year, I would be talking with odds about doing a match between Phoenix and Delvin one final time. And it would be the other way around too. I have a feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah, one final match to just end the entire thing. Like, who is the better man, essentially. Ultimately, I would probably have it under a handshake since they've been fighting for so long, but and by the time that they're
it's done. It's over.
Yeah, by the time their quote unquote retirement rolls around, it's probably going to end in a handshake. Even though, like, along the way, it's going to get bumpy. I already know it's going to get bumpier. Hell, Phoenix stole Delvin's sword this year on VMH. Oh my god!
And somehow trying to pin the blame on Kyle.
I love
Delvin. Delvin tried to pin the blame on Kyle because that's when he was a heel on my show. So I had him. He was feuding with Kyle on my show. So my thought process was, okay, he's just going to go out and blame Kyle straight up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But he was already.
I think the only reason that it started was the fact that like I had made like a fucking like the match card or like the little thing before Death Before Dishonor, and it was like this fucking like what was it like royalty free like footage of like a sword in the ground. That's it.
It was a royalty free footage of the sword in the ground.
Comments.
I knew it.
I
knew it was
yes,
Kyle all along.
I was the one that I was the freaking smart ass that did the joke of, hey, that's Dolphin Sword.
Actually, I just wanted to. I didn't even see that. I just wanted to comment. I'm just gonna go in and comment. It was. Yeah. I knew it. I knew it was Cal all along. That's my sword. You're the sword thief.
And I'm just sitting there like, what the heck are you doing? Like, you're talking
it was
about?
Worse. It was worse when I took it and I pasted it in the
locker
locker room.
On me. Like,
what was worse was, and I got your permission. Now, I did get your permission before I did this, but I took a screenshot of the sword and I posted it in the locker room as Delvin. And right, see, I knew it was Kyle. He has my sword. I was just like, this is great.
The sad part was that afterwards, like fucking Rick fucking takes it as a fucking at face value and just runs with it.
Oh yeah, yes, he did. Oh, Rick does that.
I'm just sitting there like, this man's really just trying to turn Kyle heel.
I mean, they tried turning
him.
They tried turning him heel with the whole Angel Fire bit too. So
Angel Fire.
Yeah,
he had some interesting feuds this year.
Angel Fire.
But even though they tried turning him heel, they tried turning him heel. But the funny thing is, all the girls in the chat didn't want him to be heel.
Mm-hmm.
You had the support of the majority of the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no matter no matter what those guys did to try and turn him heel. No matter what they did to try and turn him heel, you had the backing of the audience, so you were good. Like, it didn't matter what they said. Those girls were like, Kyle Young's a babyface.
Kyle Young, chick magnet.
Gosh dang it. Walks out with the towel.
He's more like CM Punk than I thought.
Exactly.
Oh God. All right. Well,
Chick
I think that we.
Punk.
Gosh dang it.
All right.
Chick Magnet Young coming in soon.
Yeah. All right. For creation stuff for future titles. As someone that was around for the era of creation, I'll just get this out of the way. No, I don't think creative finisher. I don't think creative finisher is ever coming back. No, I don't think they're ever going to try what THQ wanted to try, which was create a reversal. I don't think that's ever going to come. Creative story designer may come back, but that may be about it. I think what we see here is what we got. This is it. What we see here is what we got.
Sorry, I'll go back.
I don't foresee creative finisher ever coming back. I don't see any of the creation options that THQ wanted to try ever coming to life. I don't see any of that happening. Creative story designer, maybe, but that's it. That is all. Because as much as those options were great, THQ couldn't even figure out how strong a finisher should be. They couldn't get it right. As best as that little engine could. 2K is not going to try something that's going to have the finishers possibly be broken, weaker than the normal moves in the game. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
They're never going to attempt this. because it was hardly testable back then.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So for anybody like me that's waiting for the creative finisher to come back.
I see what you're doing, Beetle.
So for anybody that's thinking or wants, like me, that stuff to come back, creative finisher and all that, don't hold your breath. It's never coming. And it may be for a good reason.
Yeah.
And that's all kind of I just wanted to say, because I know a lot of people want that type of stuff to come back. But I think at this point, let's just stick with the facts. It's never coming back. Let's just enjoy what we have and what they give us. Let's enjoy it, because as much as I would love to have people see what creative finisher was, some of the stuff that we had in creative finisher is in this game as normal moves. So what would we really be getting? We wouldn't really be getting much.
Yeah. But then again, there are some moves that we had created back in the day that aren't in the game.
Yeah. But
For instance,
that doesn't mean at some point they wouldn't come back. They wouldn't be put in.
well, I'm talking about move combinations and different things. That's what I liked about Creative Finisher was you could create a combo. You could create a custom combo. If you wanted to have him do a suplex, transition it into a German suplex, and then transition that into a stunner, you could do that.
Yeah.
And that was your finisher. So in that sense, I do miss Creative Finisher.
I do too. I miss it too. But what I'm saying is, I think just speaking to those that come, like us, that were from that era, that stuff was around. A lot of us just need to stop asking and just realize that besides story designer, stuff like creative finisher and stuff like that is never coming back.
I don't expect it to. Do I look back and wish it would? Yeah. Would I rather have something else other than it? There is something else that I would like them to bring back, but I'm not saying that they have to. It's up to them, It's up to them and the time that they have. The thing that I would really like to see come back isn't even creative finisher; it's create a story.
Exactly what I said, story design.
Yeah.
Most people are calling it create a story. Yeah, you're looking at it from today's eyes. Back then, it was called story designer. That's all it was called. It was called story design.
Oh, and what?
It was a
Cardboard?
Great mode. That is like the only thing that could possibly come back. But Kyle, you were about to say something?
Kyle.
I was going to say that I can see what Beal's doing over there.
There you go, guy. Here you go, guys. Here's our new sign.
What are you doing, Beetle?
It's cardboard.
Man's making a fucking cardboard sign and create a sign.
Yep. It's our new sign. It's the Let's Talk CAW Shop Podcast sign. We found it. We found this piece of cardboard in a dumpster somewhere.
Asshole.
Here we go. How about a concrete block?
A dumpster somewhere, and we found a Sharpie nearby.
There we go. Here we go. This is our new sign. It's pink and sparkly.
Asshole.
Here, this is nice. This is some nice poster paper right here. Here you go.
Oh my god.
How about a tarp? Let's make it green for Gav. There you go.
Rex is looking for that piece of cardboard.
Or green like your background.
My background didn't want to work today in StreamYard, so I have a green screen behind me, as you guys can see, and it's just a green screen today. Yay! Green for Gav. Rex has been looking for that piece of cardboard. That's nice. I found it first. Oh, there's a bloody sign.
But anyway, I think,
Sort of.
but anyway,
Oh Lord.
I think that should about cover it.
I think we have covered pretty much everything we can
Yeah,
today,
it's about
and we don't want to cover. We don't want to cover too much on
What was that, Samurai?
Samurai.
I said that
Samurai.
we just covered just about everything we wanted to cover, so
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Damn. All right, am I on a delay or something
I'm
for you?
pretty sure we
'Cause
covered what we wanted to cover.
So you haven't been all those places? I've seen all those dreams. Son of a bitch.
Beetle, you shouldn't interrupt Samurai. That is rude.
I'm sorry, Kyle. You may talk. You have permission to talk. Oh, come on. That was supposed to be funny.
I'm laughing over here.
Kyle? Where'd he go?
Did we break him?
Kyle, come back.
No.
You okay there, bud?
Hello.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you hear?
good.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah,
Making
I'm
sure.
right here.
I know. Just
I was just basically just restarting my, not restarting, but refreshing my browser so at least I could hopefully be heard a bit better, I guess.
yeah, I kind of wondered if there
Unless
was
I'm
a
still on
delay.
the freaking delay.
No, I think
Weird.
we're good.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. But I think we have pretty much covered everything
Yeah, I think we about covered everything that we needed to cover.
for today.
Yeah.
And we don't want to cover everything because we do still need to have some stuff to talk about in about, I don't know, give or take 3 hours. Is that about how long?
About a couple,
Couple hours?
but at the same time, some of it may be repeats of lines here, but it depends.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, once we get into creation, obviously we're gonna have a lot more to talk about. The next Let's Talk CAW Shop podcast will be on March the 25th.
Yep.
No, I'm no sorry, I'm still on February. Excuse me, I'm still on February.
You're still in February?
Calendar wise, sorry.
I'm looking right now. The next one's going to be March 24th.
The 24th.
March 24th, Sunday, March 24th. And hey, Mackenzie, what's going on? How you doing? Well, you're having a good day. Got big plans for 24 in terms of your characters. That is awesome. Be reaching out to you for a character this year in this year's game. Once I get all mine created. Let's see. Gav, if you want a spot on the roster, you've got me on Twitter, so just reach out. I can give you a spot on the roster this year. Be more than happy to. You've been hanging out a lot lately, so definitely have a spot open for you if you want one.
Yeah, the next episode of the Let's Talk CAW Shop podcast will be on March 24th.
Make it pico.
Palm Sunday.
Yep. Next week will be fun. Next week is. Oz knows my track record on the weekend of St. Patrick's Day. So.
Oh, goody.
Hey, Logan.
And I already.
Logan.
I was like, I will be. Say next week will be fun for me
Ah.
because a certain day is coming up.
Certain day? St. Patrick's Day?
A certain day. Not necessarily just St. Patrick's Day.
A different anniversary of sorts.
Yes.
Which
one of-
day?
Oh,
Saturday.
The day that I go from being 26 to 27.
Ah.
Ah.
Is that Saturday or Sunday, or is it during the week?
It's during the week.
Okay.
9 days from now.
9 days from now.
Oh.
Okay. So it's a few days after St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. You're like a month before my cousin. It's funny. Literally, like she's the next month over, same number of days. I did the math already. So. And then I'm
Good
the
job, you
next.
could do that, man.
I'm literally the next month over, same number of days as St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is a month before my birthday. But I have a terrible track record on St. Patrick's Day, right, Odds?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Your Galaxy Pro stream from way back when,
From way back when.
which we rewatched, and I went, "Oh my god, I can't believe I did that."
Uh-huh.
But what do you guys think of the color scheme for the sign? Think that's a good color scheme?
Yellow. Now it looks like someone took a piss on it on a sign.
Damn it, he saw right through what I was doing.
All right.
All right, it has been
We've
fun,
had our
guys.
shenanigans. Well,
We've had our
we'll see
fun.
you next time for the next Let's Talk CAW Shop podcast.
Yep.
For Triple Beat, for Young Samurai, I am Odds the Brain Cornet. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you later.
Guys, we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.